Hi, Tacoma Manning here. Genesis 12, 1 through 3. It says, Now Adonai said to Abram, Get yourself out of your country, away from your kinsmen, and away from your father's house, and go to the land that I will show you, and I will make of you a great nation. I will bless you, and I will make your name great, and you are to be a blessing. And I will bless those who bless you, but I will curse anyone who curses you, and by you all the families of the earth will be blessed. Now, this is from the Torah portion in Hebrew that's called Lekah, and it means literally, go into yourself. Find the person you really are, Abraham. Find the person you really are. And so I wanted to jump on here and talk about identity, self-worth, and finding yourself, finding your true identity, not what anyone says you are or told you are as a child, but your true identity in Him, your true identity before people started telling you, you should become a nurse, you should really think about being a school teacher. And not that we shouldn't take those things seriously, because sometimes other people are seeing our gifts better than we are. But when we don't know our true identity, and especially in Him and our self-worth, none of those things are really going to bring us joy, and we're not going to be able to minister to people the way we need to. We're not going to be able to be a blessing like Abraham was told, you're going to be a blessing. And so I was going to get on here and tell on myself a little bit. And some of you that know me well have probably already heard these stories, but truth be told, I used to really be very down on myself. I did not see my self-worth. I knew I had gifts. And I knew I had gifts to write, but I was always comparing myself to others and how they were so much smarter than me, and they had a doctorate degree, and obviously they could write bigger and more inflated words than me. And I went through all of these things where I just really didn't know my worth, and I didn't realize the gift He had given me. And so once I met my husband, and we had published my novel Polishing Jade and my other novel Walter, the Homeless Man, we would do book signings, and I would have my books on the table. And at that time, I think I had 4 books maybe out. And I would hide my novel Polishing Jade under the table. And my husband would say, why are you hiding this book? It's so good. And I was like, no, I don't think it's really that good. And it's the first novel I've ever written. And so I probably didn't know what I was doing. And so I went through all these scenarios, and I would hide this book under the book table. I can't believe I would do that. And so my husband entered it into a contest, and I received an award from the New York City Big Book Award. And I began to get so many letters and emails from women who had been sexually abused, raped, molested as a child, women who had went through tragedies. And through the strength of the character Jade in the novel, they begin to find their self-worth, and they begin to find their identity, and they began to become whole in areas where they had shame and guilt and had blamed themselves. And so Polishing Jade isn't just about that. There's a whole lot of other things going on in the novel. But my point is, the very book I was hiding won an award. And I'm going to tell on myself even bigger than that. So when uh, when the novel won an award, my husband posted it on social media, and he said, "I am so very proud of my wife who won this award." And you know, they judges reviewed authors from all over the world, and look at this award, and I'm so proud of my wife, and praise God, praise Abba for his blessings and his gifts. And I began to look to see if there were a few people uh, who congratulated me or hearted the post or had any loving words to give me. And these were people that had hurt me. And no, they had not. And I became so focused on the few people that had not validated this book award. I wasn't even able to look at all the people, over 100 people who were cheering me on and saying, "Tekoa, go run your race. Keep writing, keep using the pen God gave you." Because of my insecurities and all the rejection, I was busy looking to see if these other people would finally love me. Was I worthy of love now? And we waste a lot of time doing that, guys. It is the Father, all good and perfect gifts come down from the Father of lights. And so it was after these circumstances that the Father just really got me alone and began to excavate and just go back to childhood and go back to the little girl who felt invisible, who felt rejected, who'd been through an abusive marriage. And part of my insecurities was I started college at the age of 30 with an 11th grade education. And so anyway, my point is, by the time the Father got done with this excavation, this introspection, this healing process that I thought I had already done in my 30s, here I am I'm in my 50s now, but here I am, and he's taking me through this journey again. And by the end of it, I was just so incredibly happy and blessed with who I am, with my identity. No one else is like me. No one else is like you. No one else has your gifts. No one else has your vision. No one else can hear the way you do, or sing songs the way you do, or write words the way you do, or hold the broken the way you do. No one else. You're unique. And I began to look in the mirror and just say, you are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of the Creator of all life. And I began to speak proclamations over my life and over myself and over my worth and my identity. And I began to speak life over me. And one day I was riding in the car with my husband, and the redbud trees were blooming there in Kentucky, and their purple leaves were out. I just heard the Father say, "Do the other trees get jealous of the redbud when it's in bloom? Are they jealous?" And I thought, no, they're not jealous, because they are all different. Some are creating almonds for us to eat, or pecans, or peanuts. I'm just thinking of all these different trees. Other trees that are blooming big white flowers or pink flowers, or fruit that dangles for us to just reach up and grab a pear or an apple to eat. And if the apple tree thinks it's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful and that its fruit is good and healthy, if it spends all its time being jealous of the redbud tree that's blooming the beautiful flowers, then it's missing the journey. And we don't want to miss our journey because we only get one life. We only get one chance at this. So if you've enjoyed the stories I've shared, this is, and I'm not sure if you can see it from the lighting in here, this is Jumping for Joy in the Midst of Sorrow. It's a devotional that I wrote. You can get it on Amazon. It's a devotional I wrote to help you get back to your identity, to help you heal, to help you find joy even when things are very difficult and you're going through many, many trials. And so, again, the title is Jumping for Joy in the Midst of Sorrow. I pray that this message has blessed you, and I'll be back to talk to you all about false prophets soon, prophetic words of the day. We've got a lot of predictions going out there. The Father gave me a very strong word from Lamentations. I will be bringing that, but I haven't been released to yet. So anyway, shalom. Bye-bye.